Hey, what's up everybody? Nikolai518 here. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing JavaScript on Progate.com. Before I actually start the lesson, I am going to turn off my webcam just so you guys can see everything, and I want to make sure you guys can get here okay. So let's start by going to Progate.com. I would use Chrome. When we get here, no matter where you go, log in and then click on Courses. We're going to click on JavaScript. And by default, it'll be on ES6, but we are going to start with ES5. It is still very much used today. Not all browsers have caught up to ES6, so it's good to know ES5, and then we can go on and learn ES6. So let's start with number 1. And I've actually got a nice one set up for us at the very first slide. So this is what you should see. Getting started with JavaScript. Welcome to the world of JavaScript. In this lesson, we'll learn about basic JavaScript at the end of each section. So after reading a couple slides, then you will do an exercise. This is Ken the Ninja. He's a character that pops up quite a bit in our little adventure. So together with HTML, hypertext markup language, and custom style sheets, CSS, JavaScript, JS makes up the basis for front-end development. Front-end development for websites is like exactly what you see here. Like this is front end. Today, many libraries, collections of convenient functions, have been developed to enhance JavaScript: jQuery, React, and Node. So jQuery, a JavaScript library that lets you add effects and animations to your app. That's pretty cool. There's also React, which was developed by Facebook, and there's Node.js, which is a server-side framework written in JavaScript. So once you know JavaScript, then you can kind of learn a cool little, I guess you could like add it to your utility belt, right? Like you're Batman, and then you get to add these cool little items to your belt as you learn them. So let's start with your first script. Console.log is a function that prints out anything you put in the parentheses to a screen called the console. So this is how we're going to display things. So hello world, it's in quotes, hello world. So let's first run the JavaScript code. So I'll reconnect. So let's see what our result is. Hello world, and what did they want? Hello world. Great, so it matches up. All right, we're already done with one exercise. That's all they wanted to do. Just give it a little test. When you want to print out some text to the console, make sure you put it in a single or double quote. In most programming languages, text like hello world is called a string. So you can use single or double, but if you don't use any, then you're going to get an error. Most of the statements end with a semicolon, so that's very similar to Java. Java does that too. Your code may work without a semicolon, but it's better to put one at the end of each line to avoid any unexpected errors. And then on top of it too, if you're working on a project and all the other programmers are using that, you want to follow them. So make sure everything looks uniform, and it can be a safety net as well. Just throw it in there. It's not going to hurt anything. To create a comment, you would put 2 forward slashes in front of the code. So console.log hello world. This is going to print hello world. And then console.log hello world would normally print out hello world, but because it's commented out, it actually will not show. And you can also leave little messages. So like, I updated this variable because XYZ, or Billy, I swear to God, if you mess with my code again, you're done for. Stuff like that. So print hello world. So using the console. So print hello world to the console using the console that's already prepared. So we can simply copy what it wants and paste. Some people will argue it's always better to type it out, which I do agree, but you may misspell something, or it's case sensitive, so if you have a lowercase h, so you may have typed it out exactly the same, but capitalization does matter here, so it can be the safer bet to just copy it in, but typing it out is good practice as well. So the second task is to print studying JavaScript. So console, period, log, parentheses, copy this, paste in here, and then we're always going to end with a semicolon. And then the last task is make the following line a comment. So referencing the other comments, bada boom. Let's see what the result would be. Let's see what they wanted from us. All right, let's say we're clear. Looks good. So next. Integers. You can also use numbers such as integers, unlike strings, so words we would put in quotes, text. You don't need to put them in quotes. You can add or subtract them using the plus or minus respectively. So just putting 3 in there would get you 3. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 minus 2 is 1. JavaScript, interprets strings and integers differently. Writing 5 plus 2 will print out 7, the result of addition. However, if you put the addition statement in quotes like this, it will actually print out the literal string, 5 plus 2. See, so think like the computer, not like a human. So the computer is going to say, okay, computer stuff, all right, print out 5 plus 2, 7. Again, in this case, okay, computer stuff, all right, I need to print stuff out. So quotes, okay, so begin the word. The word is blam. Okay, end the word. Boom, and then so that's what's kind of going on here, if that gives some of you a better idea. So using the console, print the result of 23 plus 5 to the console. So console.log 23 plus 5, and then always end with a semicolon. Using console.log, print the result of 2045 minus 2018. End with a semicolon. Confirm that the integers become strings if you put them in quotes. So copy this, console.log quotes. So let's just take a second and think about what we believe our results would be. So because there are no quotes, 28. Because there are no quotes, it will do subtraction. And I'm not going to be able to do simple math right now. I apologize. Don't judge me. And the last one, 23 plus 5 is a string, will literally print out 23 plus 5. Yep. What did they want? Looks to match. Awesome. So there's another one down. All right. More calculations. You can do other calculations with JavaScript as well, multiplication and division. Same idea here. Asterisk is multiplication. A single forward slash is division. Take note of the division symbol. It's a forward slash. We're going to touch back on that in a moment. The percent sign, see, very similar to division, returns the remainder of division. So 2 goes into 9 times, 4 times completely, so meaning 8 in total, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and that would be remainder 1. So your answer would be 1. Printing out the remainder is good sometimes, and we'll see why later. So using the console.log, one thing you can do is, it's always good to type it out. You'll hear that over and over again. But you can also be clever. As long as you're understanding what's going on, follow whatever approach you'd like. So I know we're going to be using the console here, here, and here. For convenience to myself, I'm going to copy this, paste it here, paste it here. I know the code looks good here, so I won't mistype the code here. In some way that does assure me that I won't type it incorrectly. And then using this, so our first objective is the result of 481 times, so asterisk, 210. Our second objective is 365 divided by 7. And our last thing is 365 percent sign 7. This last one is asking us for the remainder. We get the remainder using the percent sign. So I believe it would be a big number followed by 52 point something, and then this should be 1, I believe. Yep. Okay. Looks good. Nice. All right, so we're going to be working our way towards our 5th and last exercise for this video. There are 10 total, and we're going to make it halfway in this first one and then finish it off in the second video. So we're almost there. You can join strings by using the plus sign. This is called string concatenation. In the example below, we combine the strings Ken and the ninja with plus. So Ken plus the ninja is Ken the ninja. A plus B plus C is ABC. Let's review the difference between strings and integers. So because they're in quotes, it will print this out, plus print this out. So it will be 35. But if we do 3 plus 5 without the quotes, it would become 8. Whenever you see quotes, it will literally print out whatever you put in the quotes. So think quotes, words. Without quotes, numbers. Always keep in mind that JavaScript interprets strings and integers differently. All right, let's do this. So our last exercise, using the console. Concatenate I am. So concatenate, we're going to add 2 things together, and Ken the ninja. All right, that looks good. For our second objective, I need another console. All right, now I need to concatenate 38 and 19. So I believe this will print out I am Ken the ninja, and below that it will print out 3819, all one, so 3,819. Yep. Let's see what they wanted. All right. And we're good. So we are officially halfway through our first course for ES5. So far, so good. Nothing too crazy. If you want, you can rewatch the video. You can always reset your progress for these exercises right here in the corner. So if you think you want to do these exercises again one more time before going on to the next video, totally cool. You can reset it here. If you had trouble during any of these, you can also use See Answer. I will have the next video out soon, and we'll finish up. This is course 1 for JavaScript ES5. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I have a Discord server now, so the link will be down there. You can also reach me on Twitter, and I have my email available as well if you want to email me with any questions. I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you next time.